According to Armchair Psychology, a friend group can consist of many different roles. You've got the connector. It's the one friend who will reach out to the group to meet, or they will introduce you to new people. You've got the planner. If you have a trip coming up, you can be sure they've got everything planned and figured out. They are on time and organized. You have the joker, the one who is quick on his feet and who is the life of the party. And then there is the mom. The mom friend is the glue that keeps the group together. They want what's best for everyone and they want to make sure everyone gets along. That is Aqua. Aqua, Terra, and Ventus are three friends who reside in the land of departure. Ventus appears to be much younger than Aqua and Terra and he has no memories of his past, so Aqua takes care of him. Both Aqua and Terra are pupils of Master Ericus and Xehanort and they dream of becoming Keyblade Masters themselves. Both of them take the Mark of Mastery exam, but only Aqua achieves this dream since Terra was unable to keep control of the darkness inside of him. Xehanort tells Terra that his darkness shouldn't be a problem and that darkness doesn't have to be destroyed. It can be channeled. Terra and Aqua then learn that Master Yen Sid contacted Master Ericus and said the Princesses of Heart are in danger of a threat they call the Unversed. Ericus sends them on this mission and says he may reconsider giving Terra the title of Master if he succeeds in his quest. Aqua is tasked to keep an eye on Terra and the darkness within him. When Terra is preparing to leave, Ven is calling after him. Thinking he's just afraid, Terra gives him some encouragement and leaves, not knowing Ven decided to follow him. Aqua sees this all play out and tells Ericus she'll bring them both back. They all go to different Disney worlds and experience different things. At some point, Aqua lands in Radiant Garden where she meets a young Kairi. Kairi touches her Keyblade, which unintentionally performs a Keyblade inheritance ceremony. Aqua protects her from the Unversed, and in turn, Kairi gives her flowers. Aqua then places a protective charm on Kairi to protect and aid her in the future. Later, Aqua meets up with Terra and Ven to fight a giant Unversed. Of course, they defeat it, but the reunion is short-lived. As Aqua tries to convince Ven to return home, she gets in an argument with Terra about their orders. Terra learns that Aqua was instructed to keep an eye on him, and he gets upset. Frustrated and hurt, he leaves. Ven confronts Aqua and says she's awful and claims she has let her status of master get to her head, and he goes after Terra, leaving Aqua by herself. Ven returns after Terra leaves him, but Aqua then proceeds to order Ven to go home and leaves him by himself. Aqua continues with her quest and finds herself at Destiny Island. She meets a young Riku and Sora and discovers Terra granted Riku the power to become a Keyblade wielder. Aqua thinks about giving Sora the power as well, but ends up not doing it. She says she learned the hard way that Keyblades can get in between friendships, and she doesn't want Sora and Riku to go through the same hardship. Later, Aqua finds Mickey Mouse floating in space and she brings him to Yen Sid. He informs her of the death of Master Ericus by the hands of Master Xehanort and Terra. She doesn't believe Terra would do such a thing, so she goes to the Keyblade graveyard to find Terra and Ven. This is where the great battle takes place. In short, Xehanort has an apprentice named Vanitas who, after taking Ventus's heart, wields the Keyblade. Aqua loses consciousness and wakes up with Ventus at Yen Sid's tower. Ventus still doesn't have his heart back, so he's asleep. Aqua takes him to the land of departure, places Ven on a throne, and uses Ericus's Keyblade to turn the place into Castle Oblivion to keep Ven safe. Meanwhile, Xehanort possesses Terra and they go to the realm of darkness, with Aqua following them. She disposes of her armor and Keyblade and lets it take Terra back to the realm of light, sacrificing herself. While stuck in the realm of darkness, Aqua almost decides to give up and let herself fade away. She is then saved by the Keyblades of Fen and Terra, which reminds her what she's doing all of this for, and she finds the strength to keep going. She comes across the Castle of Dreams, aka Cinderella's castle. For her, this moment took her back to the past as she started to reminisce. She feels as though she took everything for granted and realizes what she had now that she has lost everything. She feels grief and despair, but tries to not let it get in her way. After a long while, she finds a hooded Ansem the Wise who explains to her it's been several years and that the worlds have almost fallen to darkness more than once. The Realm of Darkness is a scary place filled with heartless, unversed, and other monsters. Aqua has to keep fighting in order to survive. Ansem the Wise asks Aqua what she will be doing next. Aqua responds by saying she will stay and wait for someone to come find her. However, Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, arrives to get information from Ansem the Wise. Aqua stands up to him, but this ends with her being hurt by a blast of darkness. As she falls in the dark margins waters, she becomes corrupted by darkness. As Anti-Aqua in Kingdom Hearts 3, she confronts Mickey about the fact that he knew she was stuck in the darkness and he left her there, alone with no means to fight back. After feeling all this misery and despair, she is brought back to the Realm of Light by Sora, Riku, and Mickey. The relief Aqua must feel after being stuck in darkness for over a decade. This scene is even more heartbreaking when you realize Aqua thinks Destiny Islands fell to darkness. She had lost so much hope. Her first thought wasn't that she was saved, but rather that this beautiful place fell to darkness. She doesn't seem to take any time to let all of it sink in, as she instantly heads back to Castle Oblivion to find Ventus. Aqua was unable to wake him up, and then she got attacked by Vanitas. Not only does she jump in front of Ven to protect him, she casts a barrier around herself and Vanitas in order to protect her friends from harm. Vanitas was about to strike her in the heart when Sora managed to wake Ven. A lot more happens in Kingdom Hearts 3, and as you probably know, it didn't all go according to plan. At the Keyblade graveyard, Ven is struck by Xehanort Terra. Aqua freezes as she is once again confronted with her responsibility and task to protect her friends. She feels as if she has failed once more. In the Remind DLC, it becomes clear she sees a group of anti-Aquas appear. She is filled with fear, just like she was when she was stuck in the Realm of Darkness. Sora notices how her heart fills with despair and it even hurts him. Sora does try to keep her dark thoughts at bay. Eventually, Ven and Aqua manage to find and rescue Terra. This is the moment Aqua finally feels safe enough to let her emotions out. This is such a beautiful moment. Not only are three friends reunited, but to Aqua this can feel as if she accomplished what was expected of her all those years ago. Her friends are all safe now. When the group finds Sora to defeat Xehanort, Master Ericus appears from Terra's heart to confront Xehanort. Aqua approaches her old master, and he apologizes for the burden he had placed on her. Aqua's psychology revolves around her profound sense of responsibility and loyalty, which shows in how important it is to her to protect her friends, Terra and Ventus. She is serious, kind, strong-willed, intelligent, and responsible, as she is the most reliable of the Bird by Sleep trio. She is always worrying about Terra and Ventus. Her strong feeling of responsibility comes across as almost parental. She has an unwavering desire to do what is right and to ensure her friends don't stray away from the light as well. She dedicates herself to their well-being and safety. She is not the only character in Kingdom Hearts who is devoted to her friends. Kairi and Sora have similar qualities. For example, all three of them make good luck charms or wayfinders for their friends. Sora is also someone who would go to great lengths to save and protect his loved ones. Aqua did everything in her power to protect Ven from harm and even sacrificed herself to save Terra. She has an empathetic nature and a strong sense of justice. She has a desire to do what is right. Sometimes, that means being selfless and sacrificing herself in order to save others. Despite this, she does come across as blunt while talking to Terra and Ventus, pushing them down their paths into Xehanort's trap, such as after defeating the giant Unversed. This shows Aqua may have a more reactionary personality rather than actionary. When people react more than acting, they tend to be more impulsive and controlled by external factors. Their responses are often based on emotional interpretations of the situation. For example, Aqua wants to protect her friends, but when she notices them giving into darkness, she feels fear and worry. She responds to that fear by, for instance, ordering Ven to go home. She reacts impulsively to what is going on around her based on her emotional interpretation of the situation. Aqua is self-sacrificing, and this becomes abundantly clear in the Castle of Dreams. In this world, Aqua senses great darkness coming from Lady Tremaine and her daughters. She plans on taking them out before the darkness spreads. She wants to destroy darkness because that's what she has learned from her master. It's her responsibility. But she is stopped by the Fairy Godmother. The Fairy Godmother teaches her that darkness is in everyone's heart and it can coexist with the light. This contradicts what she has learned from Master Ericus. However, she doesn't believe Ericus was wrong, but she places the blame on herself. He wasn't wrong. She must have misunderstood. This makes me believe Aqua struggles with insecurities, which I will talk more about later. After Cinderella reunites with Prince Charming, Lady Tremaine summons a giant Unversed to attack Cinderella. Aqua leans over her in order to protect her from the darkness. She is willing to sacrifice her own safety to protect Cinderella. Later on, she does the same for Terra. Aqua is initially calm and dutiful. She demonstrates a lot of empathy and a strong moral compass, which eventually leads her to a decade-long struggle in the realm of darkness after self-sacrificing in order to bring light back to Terra. Aqua always looked out for Ven and Terra. She was always taking care of her friends. But who was taking care of her? Aqua's entire arc is based around how much she values her friends. The only thing keeping her alive in the realm of darkness is their spirit and her desire to save them. But is that enough? Deep down, Aqua is insecure and modest. She is named a Keyblade Master, yet refers to herself as a trainee. It is only towards the end of Bird by Sleep, when she fights a possessed Terra, and during the ending of Bird by Sleep 0.2, that she refers to herself as Master Aqua. In the realm of darkness, those insecure thoughts start coming up more and more. When you play Bird by Sleep 0.2 and you decide to put your controller down to stop controlling Aqua for a little, you may hear her say, "Is there any point in continuing this fight?" If her friends are gone, what is the point? What is her purpose? She felt abandoned at the Radiant Garden when her friends left her, and she feels abandoned once again. She is all alone. We can connect this experience of Aqua to depression. She's a tough character. She's a Keyblade Master. Yet, she is faced with loss, pain, and loneliness. When we refer to depressive feelings, we often say we're in a dark place. While in the realm of darkness, she battles awful thoughts about herself, her achievements, and her self-worth. She questions if she's worth being Keyblade Master, or if her friends tie her down. She worries that she is no longer loved. Not only does she think no one will save her, she starts to believe no one wants to. She feels defeated. She is ready to become one with the darkness. She tried so hard to do good and to save everyone around her, and she feels the crushing weight of failure, making her doubt every aspect of her existence. Although she has moments of clarity, she knows the darkness is getting to her and she lets it happen. That becomes clear as she transforms into Xehanort's puppet, Anti-Aqua.
I guess it's been so long. I almost forgot how to smile.
Aqua's transformation into Anti-Aqua can be seen as another act of self-sacrifice. This time, she sacrifices her own life. For those here who have felt that death would be the best solution in order to get out of a situation, ending one's life in order to save a friend's life might seem a reasonable way out. It's as if it would end their struggle while fulfilling a higher purpose. At this point, Aqua has no self-worth left. She does not see herself as the reason everyone was safe before. To her, she is now merely a shell of anger and sadness. She had lost all hope even when Sora returned her to the realm of light. She had been down there for so long, it seemed almost unreal that it was possible for her to be saved. This prolonged trauma probably resulted in post-traumatic stress disorder. In Kingdom Hearts 3, she is once again confronted with the feeling of failure when Xehanort Terra hurts Finn. Aqua freezes and sees the dark version of herself. Her experience in the realm of darkness left her vulnerable to negative thoughts and despair. She struggles with overwhelming fear when facing extreme situations like that. Although Aqua feels very vulnerable in those moments, they also show her underlying strength and determination. Aqua is resilient, and that allows her to resist the darkness and to keep going. She has a strong willpower, and that makes her the selfless hero she is. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in more psychological analysis videos, please press that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!